kind of supported you or inspired you or sort of, you know, protected you from all the...
I'm going to ask a favour from you. I'm going to ask a favour from you because I'd like to try and find...
When celebrities meet people from their past, it creates unforgettable moments. These reunions reveal their true, human side. The reunion that stole the show. Adele and her English teacher. Let's start with one of the most viral and emotional celebrity reunions. Adele meeting her English teacher, Miss McDonald. During a 2021 televised performance at the London Palladium, Adele was asked about someone who inspired her growing up. Without hesitation, she mentioned her English teacher, describing how Miss McDonald ignited her love for literature and gave her the confidence to express herself. Moments later, the show's host revealed that Miss McDonald was in the audience. Adele's reaction? Pure shock and tears. She immediately embraced her former teacher, saying, "You changed my life." The audience was left misty-eyed as the two shared heartfelt memories. This reunion wasn't just emotional, it highlighted the power teachers have to shape young lives. Imagine being Miss McDonald, realizing the global phenomenon Adele credits part of her success to your guidance. Harry Styles and his retiring teacher. Even global heartthrob Harry Styles isn't immune to nostalgia. During a concert, Harry spotted his old primary school teacher, Mrs. Vernon, in the crowd. As soon as he recognized her, he stopped the show to give her a shout-out. "I heard you're retiring!" Harry exclaimed, visibly emotional. "Thank you for everything in those formative years." For Mrs. Vernon, it must have been surreal to see her former student, who once sat in her classroom, now performing in front of thousands. For Harry, it was a chance to express gratitude to someone who played a role in shaping his early years. These moments remind us that no matter how big a star becomes, the influence of a great teacher is never forgotten. Selena Gomez revisits her childhood home. Selena Gomez gave her fans a glimpse into her past when she visited her childhood home in Grand Prairie, Texas. Knocking on the door of the house where she grew up, she was greeted by its current residents, who were stunned to see the global superstar on their doorstep. Selena reminisced about the dollhouse she used to play with and the memories that shaped her childhood. The visit was an emotional journey back to her roots, and her fans couldn't help but feel inspired by her humility. Even for someone as famous as Selena, revisiting the places that shaped her reminds us all of the importance of staying grounded. Tyrese Gibson's life-saving music teacher. For Tyrese Gibson, the road to fame wasn't easy. Growing up in a tough Los Angeles neighborhood, he often struggled to even make it to school. But one person refused to let him fall through the cracks: his music teacher. "She used to pick me up from home," Tyrese revealed, "because I didn't have the bus fare. She made sure I went to school every day, even though it was dangerous to walk through those neighborhoods." Years later, Tyrese publicly thanked his teacher, calling her the father I never had. His emotional tribute showcased how much of an impact one person's kindness can have on a young life. Without that teacher's support, Tyrese's talent might never have been discovered. Today, he's a Grammy-nominated singer and a major Hollywood actor, and he's never forgotten the woman who helped him rise above his circumstances. Ian Wright and the teacher who changed his life. Football legend. Ian Wright's reunion with his primary school teacher, Mr. Pigden, is one of the most touching stories in sports history. Ian has often credited Mr. Pigden for turning his life around during a difficult childhood. In a televised reunion, Ian was overwhelmed with emotion, exclaiming, "You're alive!" before breaking down in tears. Mr. Pigden had not only encouraged Ian's love for football, but also instilled in him a sense of discipline and self-worth. "I wouldn't be where I am today without him," Ian said. "It's a beautiful reminder of how a single person's belief in you can change everything."
"You're alive." "I'm alive," he says. "How are you doing?" "I can't believe it. Someone said you was dead."
Ed Sheeran reunites with his childhood best friend. In one of the most unexpected reunions, Ed Sheeran was surprised during a live interview by his childhood best friend, James. The moment was pure joy as Ed exclaimed, "What the? You're my best mate growing up." The reunion wasn't just nostalgic. It showed how fame doesn't erase the bonds we form in our early years. Ed and James shared laughs about their childhood antics, proving that some friendships never fade, no matter how much life changes. Dwayne Johnson surprises a high school football coach, Dwayne "The Rock." Johnson frequently credits his high school football coach, Jody Quick, for turning his life around. Growing up, Dwayne faced struggles at home and got into trouble at school, but Coach Quick saw potential in him. In a surprise reunion caught on video, Dwayne invited Coach Quick to an event and presented him with a heartfelt speech. "You believed in me when no one else did," Dwayne said, choking up. The emotional moment was a testament to the profound influence of mentors. Dwayne, now one of the biggest stars in the world, has never forgotten the man who gave him a chance when he needed it most. Jennifer Garner meets her high school band director. Jennifer Garner's love for performing started long before she was a Hollywood star. In high school, she played the saxophone in the marching band, led by Mr. Trowbridge, her band director. Years later, during a hometown visit, Jennifer surprised Mr. Trowbridge at a school reunion. Overcome with emotion, she thanked him for teaching her the discipline and focus that shaped her acting career. Jennifer even brought her old saxophone along, playing a nostalgic tune to relive those simpler days. The moment highlighted how the arts can inspire young minds and how teachers play a pivotal role in their students' lives. Tom Hanks and his childhood friend, a full circle moment. Tom Hanks, known for his wholesome and down-to-earth persona, shared a touching reunion with his childhood best friend George in an interview. George was with Tom through the awkward teenage years, the high school productions, and all the way through his early struggles to make it as an actor. In the video, Tom is visibly moved as George recalls how they used to dream about one day making it big in Hollywood together. What's even more powerful is that George never stopped believing in Tom, even when things were tough. Tom's face lights up as George explains how they used to practice their acting skills in the living room, never imagining that one day, Tom would win 2 Academy Awards. Tom, in return, credited George for being the rock in his life who always kept him grounded. This full circle moment is a reminder of how far relationships can go. Tom Hanks became an icon, but he never forgot the friend who stood by him during the very beginnings of his journey. Emma Watson and her drama teacher, from school stage to global fame. Emma Watson's rise to fame as Hermione Granger in the Harry Potter series was rapid, but she's always made time to acknowledge the people who helped her on her journey. One of the most emotional reunions came when she met her former drama teacher, Mrs. Lewis, from her school days. In a touching video shared on social media, Emma recalled how Mrs. Lewis was the first person who believed in her acting talent beyond just a classroom performance. Mrs. Lewis even guided Emma through some of the initial struggles of fame, offering support during the tough times as she transitioned from a child star to an adult actress. These reunions remind us of something we often forget in the whirlwind of daily life. The people who shape us in our early years leave lasting imprints on our hearts. From teachers and mentors to childhood friends, these connections remind even the world's biggest stars of where they came from. Which of these stories touched you the most? Do you have someone from your past you'd like to reconnect with? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss more heartwarming stories like this one. Thanks for watching!